Hi all you gorgeous friends. This is the video about bone broth, which I have had cooking for 3 days, and we're going to have a look at it in a minute. I just want to share with you the benefits of bone broth. The world has gone berserk on bone broth, apparently. I went onto the internet and it's just so... It's a very, very popular thing to do, drink bone broth, and not just because it's smart, it's because it's very intelligent. That's true. That's true. So here we go. She wants to go to the camera. Du hast es. Nein, 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 du mein Foot in there. So, first thing, let's just get it from an end. I just wrote 8 things down. Let's just go from an end. It heals and seals the gut. So the leaky gut, which many of us have, is sealed by all these different components in the broth. It's just very, very, very powerful. So, and it inhibits infection. So if you have a cold or something, it will kill it more or less straight away. It helps our joints and all inflammation in the body, so it reduces pain in our joints, gives us healthy joints. Just get this. Just move the camera. It gives us healthy joints, as well as it gives us strong teeth, strong bones, beautiful skin, healthy skin, hair and nails. And it is an immune system booster. So, I mean, it just does everything good for us. It promotes digestion. So if you're eating something you're not quite sure how well you digest, if you drink a bit of bone broth with the meal, it will actually activate your digestion. And on top of all this, it detoxifies the body. So it pulls out toxins out of our body. She's getting naughty now. And then the whole effect on our nervous system, our mental health. Just like the raw milk. Just like the raw milk, it soothes our nervous system. It makes us sleep better, and so our mood is affected by the bone broth in a very positive way. So let's go and have a look at the bone broth. Du skal være sød. Du skal være sød. Nej. Stange mig. Vær sød. Okay, let's go. So here is the beautiful bone broth. It's been cooking for 3 days in our shed, and it has the veal bones I put in the beginning. Then I had cooked a chicken that I had made meat stock from, and I threw all that, the bones and the soft tissue, into there too. And I even put some eggshells, and then yesterday I put just a bit of leek tops in there. So we'll just have a look at this gorgeous gelatin that's on the top. Let's find something to lift it with. I think that's what it is anyway. Look at this. This is actually they make glue of from fish. They used it for glue in old times. So I'm going to just have a look at why this is so good for you and so healing, such a powerfully healing food. And we're just going to let it cool. I'll just sieve it, stir it around, and then I'm going to put it through a sieve. Yeah, we'll just put it through a sieve and just have a look at it. Okay. So here's our beautiful bone broth, made from the same meat that we had, that I made the meat stock from, and a chicken on top of it. So there's all sorts of stuff in there, and the whole thing of using these soft ligaments, you can take, or soft tissue, you can take this and blend it and turn it into pate, which is I might do with this. But I'm very sure that most of this, the actual nutritious and healing components in this tissue is in the water, because it's just on a very low simmer for 3 days. So I'm pretty sure all that I really need is in the juice. So here we go. And you can feed this soft stuff to the dogs if you don't want to eat it. But I've found that the bones, see, they fall apart. And I've tried feeding it to my dogs, and they actually got very constipated and did very white poos. So I don't think it's very good for them, really. See, so everything that has tied these bones together, all the collagen and gelatin, and I don't know all the things because I'm just a normal person. I don't know all these things. I just know that what has stuck this together is in the water, because you can just break them like this. So people say you can actually boil these bones 11 more times, and I don't know if I don't think I'll do that. Maybe one more time, but because for sure there is still stuff in this. And you can also just rinse it with some water and get what's still sitting on there, get some of that off too. So take more of it out, because it will go into the water. I have some beautiful pieces of meat here that are very, very, very tender and probably very delicious to eat. But as I said before, this is not the healing part. Although some meat is good to eat, it's actually the water we want. So when my husband makes it, he does boil it again. So I might do that. So I'll put it, just got it in this clean basin. Now we'll come back to it when it's cold and see if it's actually gone firm. But although your stock or broth doesn't go firm, it's still very, very healing. But of course it's wonderful when it's become completely like jelly. It means that there's lots of gelatin in it. So, but I might scoop off this fat so that we can add the fat as we go, because as I said, when you're healing you might not be able to digest all that fat. So I'll take that fat off when this is cooled down. We'll get back to it. So here is the
bone broth that has been cooking for 3 days, and now I've added some carrots and onions, a bit of celery, a bit of red pepper to give it a lovely, just making a very simple soup. And I'm adding some Himalaya salt, which we have from big blocks that we give to our animals. Add that. Just add salt so you think it tastes nice, and make sure it's sea salt. And as one of you wrote, which is a good idea, you can add the peppercorns, or the whole pepper, add it whole, and just remove it for people who are sensitive, because this is just going to be sieved again, so we can just drink it. And you can just add things you like. Some bay leaf, which is lovely. And I don't have many fresh herbs, so I'll just add a little bit of thyme. And when this is all soft and tastes nice, you can add some lemon juice or some more apple cider vinegar to make it more sort of fresh tasting. And as you do in the GAPS diet, you cool down the bone broth a little bit, or to sort of body temperature, and then you add some fermented vegetables, which gives it a lovely taste too. So when it's finished, I'll put it in bags in the freezer so we have some bone broth for a while. And here is our beautiful bone broth. Just to say that what I didn't say on the video was that bone broth is super nutritious. You can more or less live off it. You can fast on it. And also it doesn't feed the unhealthy bacteria. So when you drink a lot of this and you eat a lot of the GAPS food, you're not feeding the bad bacteria. So they starve and die and you heal. So see you, my friend.